Moses Kuria. He says he's a new sheriff in town and he's about to crack the whip. Ouch. What do you guys have to say about that? It's got the magic wall. Tweets thick and fast. David Ntaragwi says, who is behind Kawira's problems? What do you think?
It's simply put, it is just local politics. It's local politics.
Yeah. But I think you're the one who once said all politics is local.
Yeah, but all politics don't have to be stupid politics. All politics is local, but we need to have constructive, positive politics. And you know the problem, Jeff, if Kawira would be impeached without grounds, what will happen when there are real grounds to impeach a governor? And people say this is just politics. Because, you know, when the trust is broken, it cannot come back. But
look, there was that allegation about her and the nepotism, taking family members on a benchmarking trip to China. None of them were qualified. They were going to buy some health equipment. And none of them were qualified.
I didn't get that evidence yesterday. I didn't get that evidence. I didn't get it. Simply, I didn't get it.
So you think it's just Udaku?
Autocracy, yeah. And in any case, so what happened to other regions? Because I've talked about 9 impeachments. So you mean other regions are not questioning or what? You know? So there's a question here. There's a worrying trend, even from a statistical point of view. 9 impeachments, 1 region.
Yeah. Next one. Lewis Brown says, let Honorable Moses Kuria tell us when we expect reduced food and fuel prices.
Food is going to start happening now. 61 million bags of maize harvested. 3 million bags of fertilizers distributed. This year, because we reduced the price from 3.5, remember we found it at 7,000, reduced that to 3.5, now we have gone even lower to 2.5. What will happen? I have got every belief that on the food, we're gonna bend the curve anytime. On fuel, let us hope that the global dynamics do change. I would be a liar if I sit here and I tell you exactly when the fuel prices will come down. It's all external.
So it's Ukraine-Russia war, it's
Ukraine-Russia war,
Gaza
and all that, you know, so we start seeing a more stable world, you know, because it is happening everywhere.
Let me ask you something real quick. The G2G deal with fuel that we did about 6 months ago, remember?
Yeah.
Was that a big mistake?
No, it wasn't a mistake at all. Because, you know, remember, it's not about price. First of all, it's not about price. It is about creating a buffer on the foreign currency. Yeah? We first of all create a buffer, and then we pay off when the exchange rate is. Because what was happening before is that every transaction, we were sending dollars on a daily basis. Now we are accumulating the shillings, and we're going to buy the dollars when the situation is right. That's the whole mechanics. It was not supposed to be about price.
Okay. Henry Ndegwa says, as a youth, how can I trust you with the current cost of living and high taxation on government services?
You know, as I have said about the cost of living, you know, the cost of living is and I think I like the previous question. It's about 2 things. It's about food and it's about fuel. So on food, yes, we are doing something because that is within our control. Food is within our control. It's about deliberate, positive, good measures. Fuel is slightly outside our situation. And about taxation, my friend, we've got to pay the debt. 10 trillion. 10 trillion. 10 trillion shillings of debt at a time when the dollar is up there. You know, I can only lie to you, my friend. But this is where we are. This is the situation we are in. We don't want to default. And I can look at you in there and tell you, under the government of President William Ruto, Kenya will never default. We will never default on our external commitments. So, but taxes, cost of living aside, that question should ask, let us create jobs. You know, if people have money in their pocket, even the cost of living does not look that severe to that person. Now the problem is high cost of living, of food, of fuel, complaining about tax, yes, rightfully so. And then to add, insult to injury, we have no jobs and we have no disposable income.
And we're hungry.
And we're hungry. That's what I'm saying. Let's now put all our efforts on things that we have control over. Certainly we have control over the food situation. Certainly we have control over the job situation. We can do things to create jobs so that people put money in the pocket. If we do those two things, then at least people will have a buffer, to ride through that which is not within our control.
All right. Diff Panje says, who can we trust if the government starts fighting itself?
I'm not aware of any government fighting itself. I don't know what that person means. If they mean about Senate, the work of the Senate is to oversight the executive.
Yes. And the Senate calling for your removal.
That is their job. Can I begrudge them? They're supposed to, it's an oversight role. It's like asking my priest not to conduct mass.
Fokango says, impeaching Cabinet Secretary Kuria or initiating his resignation by coercion or even voluntarily will be his political advantage, His adversaries must be careful because they are about to create a political monster out of MK.
This Fred Okango guy is sick. He's my friend. Tell him he's sick.
Frederick Okango?
Yes, tell him sick.
But it's true. But is it true?
What?
Will they create a monster out of you?
That is a matter of conjecture because it's not just about to happen. It will not happen. It will not happen. I am already a political monster.
But do you say? Shinyabi Hillary says, most Kenyan politicians who don't want to be told the truth are the ones intimidating Kuria. This man stands and speaks out the truth in him. Honorable Moses Kuria, I love your confidence. Big up my upcoming President 2032. Wah. You have an endorsement already?
Mm-hmm. Get used.
Get used to it, President Kuria. Mutisia Ni says Moses Kuria should resign.
Freedom of... I was in Sabasaba, by the way. Are you aware? I was in the streets.
You?
Yes, on Sabasaba Day.
In 1992?
In 1990.
1990, the first one?
Yes, the first one. And then 91, 92. What was I doing? Fighting for freedom of expression. So that that guy can express.
Can say what he says.
So today I will sleep a happy man when I see him asking for my resignation. I didn't go to the streets in vain. He can speak. The man can speak. He can send a tweet on national television to ask a minister. Yeah, can you imagine in those days? To resign. Asking Biwott to resign.
Waziri, final thoughts going forward. Final thoughts.
I think I want to dedicate this to blame game. My final thoughts on blame game. Let's stop this blame game in this country. And I've told my colleagues, Uhuru is gone. Uhuru is former president. I've told you the situation we are in. And for me, I'm encouraging people, we can't keep on blaming Uhuru for what we found. We found terrible things, bad things had happened, but now we have this unique opportunity to do things better. We need to focus on that. And equally, for those people who are in that administration, we stop, because all these fear, they are fearing some all this negativity and all that. That negativity will not help us. It will not add to say like Moi told Saitoti. It will not add sufurias of ugali in our homes. Let's stop the blame game, Kenyans. This is our country. And we have a beautiful, beautiful country. We are the envy of many nations. You saw yesterday somebody voting Nairobi, one of the best cities to visit. If you know what we have, and maybe you don't because maybe I'm privileged because I've been in so many countries and worked out there, yeah? If we know what we have, we will be so proud of it and we will pull together and work together. I am fighting this current trial and that's why I'm supporting also the bipartisan talks, which I'm behind 100%. I hope they call me to also shed light on how the public service can be able to help us to move together as a country. I really like where we are, the space we are in now, consultation, looking for the best. Do you have a good idea? If the people in the opposition have a better idea, put it on the table. If they know how we can, maybe my Kuchiba Kisima is not a smart idea. Give me yours of how we bring down the cost of fuel. Give me yours on how we'll pay the debts. 10 trillion shillings that we inherited. Let's really stop this thing of us versus them and really come together and know that we have a gem and a jewel of a country.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
From altar boy to a man who wants to be president one day, MK, Moses Kuria. You can't make this stuff up. Thanks for your time, sir.
You are welcome.
Nashukuru sana.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure too. Come back more often. And thank you so much for being a part of the show, folks. Remember, if it's Wednesday, it's all about those 3 letters on the keyboard that follow each other. JKL. We're going to leave you with live pictures from the